Hiya, I'm Paul Kealys from Tony Kealys, and I'm here to speak to you about, I suppose, the new Besafe EasyGo X1 and the EasyGo modular X1 and their EasyGo, and just to talk you through the differences. I'm a real fan of this new X1 Go modular. It's just arrived into the shop, and they've just made some really clever changes and updates to the system. So there's three new kind of updates that they've launched with it. They've got basically a better head hugger. So the previous version was very tight around the child's head, and they've just basically loosened it up a little bit. But they've also changed the body hugger here. So I don't know if you can see just there, but see the way this is actually much harder. But what it does is it pads, or it kind of reduces the space in the car seat for the child. But the clever thing that they've done is that they've actually given this car seat a better angle than any of the other rearward facing infant carriers, which is great. So when you put your baby into the car seat now and you put it on the base, the child's actually at a reclined position, so their head is leaning back and their airways are open, which is really key. So I'm a real fan of what they've done there. The other update that they've done to the system, I might be able to show you on this one, so this is a stripped off seat, but they've actually put in these dynamic force absorbers here. So what they used to have was basically kind of memory foam, but they've changed it and they have a plastic fitting here which performs better than the memory foam. And it's kind of like a trampoline in that it kind of spreads the loading out around the area, so the impact isn't just where the child's head hits the side of the seat. So it's a really clever update that they basically put onto the seat, and it just works really well. I've also got the old X1 here, which looks actually quite similar, but the difference is with the X1, it's designed to the old car seat standard. So like I used this for myself, for my 8-year-old, for Grace. It was just launched in, and it was the best seat you could buy at the time. But now the Go modular is just a much safer seat. It's a much more improved version because it's just designed to the new safety standard. A couple of the things that Besafe do really well on both of these seats is they've got a really wide harness. So this part here, I don't know if you can see, but this part here is a lot wider than most of the normal harnesses. It's actually twice the width of most of the normal harnesses. And what that means is from your child's perspective, the loading is spread out kind of across their chest rather than just concentrated in one space. The best example I can use is if you're carrying like a kind of a heavy bag, you want to have really wide straps to spread out the loading rather than like a really thin strap which will cut into you and it's just really uncomfortable. The other feature that people love about the Besafe is just the hood. It just goes up and it goes down. It just works. It's a small thing, but I know like when I speak to Alison, my wife, about it, it's the thing she liked most about the car seat. Now, we weren't in a crash, to be fair, but she just loved the hood in it. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions at all, just pop onto our website and use our live chat or something like that. Thanks very much for your time.